Uh, this message is to all the military out there. I love you guys, but y'all need to be aware that one of our jobs is legitimately hunting vampires. I'm talking like real sharp tooth fanged vampires, bro. Like they're fucking everywhere over Kansas City, man. Like all of your perceptions are completely fucked up. Like if you possess people, you're a vampire. No human being spends time in somebody else's body. Like be clear on that. Like I gotta make sure my mic's working because this is gonna be a worthwhile rant. But like, uh, if you've been possessed by somebody in your rank, you need to report it immediately to your chaplain and your medical officer because they're a liability. Like, I'm letting y'all know that, that they're fucking everywhere in Kansas City, dude. Like, the current population in this country of vampires is between 900,000 and a million actual vampires, like TV, movie, except they're real. I don't care if you believe or you don't believe, they're fucking real. They're everywhere out in here in like Kansas City. Like they're fucking everywhere. They're cops. They're members of the government, man. And like I know somebody out there is gonna see this and be like, "Oh, this guy's batshit and blah blah blah." No, I, I've had a very illustrious military career. All the weird shit that you guys heard rumors about, like, you, if you've ever been locked inside your barracks and heard something hover over the top, that that's like me, and maybe some other people that I've worked with, like like all your weird nightmares that y'all post on Reddit and that shit, the things that go bump in the night, that's supposed to be what we're handling as military officials domestically. That like what is more an enemy to the United States of America, one nation under God, like for which it stands. You know what I'm saying? Like than demons. Like actual fucking demons. Like vampires are fucking real. And like I guarantee you, they're in Kansas City. They're fucking everywhere. If you possess another human being, then you're a fucking vampire. Like there's no place where you guys can hide. Like I'm not saying you guys. I'm talking to like the fucking vampires. They're male, they're female. Some are old, some are young. Like y'all need to ditch your notions about what you perceive as reality. I understand a lot of you, because of the freedom of religion, are out there being fucking Scientologists and shit. But if you get high enough in their ranks, like like Scientologists sell their souls and then become vampires. It's literally a religion of vampires. Xenu is a jinn. Like if you sell your soul or rent your soul, that means like, and you sign a document, that means your soul isn't in your body. That means the demon occupies it. Like it it means you're not human. Like they're fucking everywhere, bro. In this city. I mean, you cannot. If you throw a rock at 5 people, like one of them will turn around and fang out at you, dude. Like they're real. Vampires are fucking everywhere in this fucking city, man. Like if they have sharp teeth. They're not limited to nighttime. Like, oh my god, like any type of exchange with these things. Let's say you're a commandment violator of any kind. I'm not even lecturing about like the formalities here. I'm just telling you the reality. if you violated a commandment, then you need to be wearing a gas mask if you're gonna go out staking vamps, dude. They're fucking everywhere. If you know somebody that possesses, if you yourself possess, and it doesn't take anything for like an exchange of breath can turn you into one. Like if you violated commandment, I don't care what your faith is. This is how it works. Like the only people that are immune are those that adhere to the commandments. So like if your ideology isn't that, then like y'all are in the wrong fucking field. Like they're everywhere, all right? They they have fangs. They don't always show. Like their fangs are retractable. Like they'll come up and they'll look like normal teeth and then they'll fang out. Like they shapeshift. They change age. If they don't feed, they age more rapidly. If they do feed, they revert back to when they were turned. So if you let's say you run into somebody that you know, and 20 years down the line, 15 years down the line, they look the same as they did the day you met them, that's probably a fucking vampire. Like it is a vampire. Like aging is part of the natural human process. Like I'm human, bro. Like you see this hairline and shit, like combination of helmet head and other shit. But like vampires, like they'll revert back to the day they turned if they feed. Like and to the degrees of aging, they will age negatively. Like they will regress back through their aging process. Like God bless the digital age. Like these things reemerge. Like I'll explain to you their basic philosophy of functionality. They will live for maybe decades without feeding, and then they'll target somebody, feed on them, and then regress. When they regress age-wise, they also lose their memories. And then they reemerge. Some of these fuckers are even like hooked up where they get buried and then somebody goes and digs them out of their grave. Like real talk. Like there are corrupt morticians that work for them. Like vampires have like an entire slave culture, like a culture that is pagan as fuck, that like prays to these things, that prays to the devil. Like and there are groups in this country like Scientologists that caught like where people sign away or like rent away their souls for like they have like a 1,000,000-year soul selling contract or some shit. But like the second somebody like if you ever sold your soul for a fucking cigarette, then you're a fucking demon, bro. Like don't sell your fucking soul. Like anyways, let's go back to the regression thing. They'll regress age-wise and then emerge as like an adoption candidate, or somebody will like appear with a child they didn't have. Like, and that child will be the regression of that vampire. Like, they don't always go out and feed. Sometimes they age and they forget. And then one day they just freak out, feed on somebody, and get younger. Like, their system is always been the same, has always been the same. But thanks to the digital age, like, if they go out, like, you think they're stuck in the darkness of night. They're not. Like, they run around in the day. They have people that help them. Their covens are surrounded by fan clubs, like little idolic groups that worship these things, that want to become these things, like that supply them with victims. Like, I once heard a chaplain Well, I was talking to a chaplain, and he was talking to a group of people that I was training with, and like the chaplain said something to the effect of, this was like back in the 80s. He said, like, a vampire is not an entity of itself. It's a sociological function. It has victims. It has those that it intends on turning. It has those that it breeds with. Like, all vampires know are is sex and violence. That's it. That's their whole culture. All they do is idolic self worship, demon worship, all that. Like, they're fucking demons. But as a sociological entity, there's a support group around them. Like, be very aware. And they're fucking everywhere in this city. Like, this city is the last fucking pit on the planet, bro. Like, if you have the ability to measure, measure is a prayer, a sentence spoken of perceived truth that creates a discernible visual or auditory or sensory effect predicated on truth. Now, if I tell you my shirt is blue, my shirt is blue. Like, if you close your eyes and you say that guy's shirt is blue, my shirt is blue. If I say my shirt is blue and then I say my shirt is white, one of them creates a truth. Like, you should be able to perceive it if you close your eyes. Now, don't get caught with your eyes closed if you're, like, doing your job. Like, they're fucking everywhere in the city, all right? They're not limited to night. Their teeth don't always show. Like, if a vampire feeds a lot, it will appear the same age over a long period of time. There are vampires that don't feed for a long time and age seemingly normally, but typically they have accelerated aging. Like, unnaturally quick aging. Like, if one day you see a guy, he's normal, and then the next day his hair is like, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a sign of vampirism. I'm not talking like he shaved his head. I'm talking like naturally bald. Or the exact opposite. You see a guy that's like naturally bald, and the next time you see him, it looks like he's wearing a toupee, but the hair's real. He didn't get fucking plugs, man. Like, think about how many of these superficial things are designed to cover the behaviors of this particular type of demon. Like, plugs, plastic surgery. Like, if somebody shows up looking 20 years younger and they're like, well, I just got some work done. Like, you, as a military official, should be like, maybe I need to go check that financial record. Just go file a subpoena, check it out, and, like, figure it out. We live in a digital age where it's almost impossible for these fuckers to re-emerge. You understand what I'm saying? They can't erase themselves, and they can't re-emerge. Like, I highly recommend that if you're tasked to the weird shit, the EBEs and the vampire stuff, like, go in. If you have, like, a person with Tourette's, for instance, like, that person doesn't have fucking Tourette's. It's being attacked by vampires that are either trying to eat that person or turn that person, or turn them. Not it. The it is trying to turn them. You see what I'm saying? Like, go through voice recognition on any of the files that you have of people with Tourette's. All right? Like, if you've bugged a house, go back and check the voice recognition. Like, just check it. All right? And you will find that these fucking things always attack what they perceive as weak, what they perceive as stupid. Period. They'll even attack, like, good actors. But whatever. Like they're fucking everywhere, man. Like they're cops. Like they literally have infested like the local and state government in Kansas City. They're everywhere. Like like that questionnaire that they handed out a while back, and you're like, how does he know about the questionnaire? Like that shit needs to be looked at twice, because many of those fucking vampires perjured because they do possess. I'm serious. If it possesses, it's a demon. Like Pat Tillman's Freak Out. I watched the special on the Pat Tillman situation, the Pat Tillman story on like the military channel, and like what happened to him was some fucker possessed his ass, and like and gave away that position. That's what the fuck happened. Like some vampires started attacking Pat Tillman, and then whatever happened after that happened after that. Like vampires possess people, and they can manipulate your vocal cords. They can push, if y'all know what push hypnotisms are, they can push like all sorts of weird fucking shit. Like they train these things. Like also keep in mind that when a vampire regresses, it typically loses its memory. They do have abilities that like are perceived in films that are accurate, like sin eating, like the transfer of sin from one person to the other typically comes with memories. There's sin eating is a type of demon. It's like a octopus with a big eye in the middle. Like it's a sin. Then there are vampires that can get memories from your blood, semen, feces, sweat, saliva. So if you kiss a vampire, and let's say you're doing some super covert secretive shit, like if you kiss a fucking vampire, that vampire can just search through your fucking memories, man. Like like voodoo is just a training mechanism for vampires. If you guys watched the previous fucking videos, Udu is Igbo, a Nigerian language. Udu means vessel. The V, every time you see a V in culture, that's vampirism. Like, that's what the V in English stands for, bro. Like, think of anything good other than valor. You know what I'm saying? Like, the V in culture is always vampire related. Like, provost. Like, the V in the middle of provost stands for vampires. Like, you should be hunting vampires if you're a fucking provost. Like, go do your job. They're all over the place, man. And, like, this culture, with all of its science fiction, all of its fiction, like, every demonic thing that you think is, like, supernatural, it's probably real and you haven't figured it out yet. Like, human beings have abilities, too. Like, we have the ability to discern almost anything as a human being. We are blessed by God to comprehend and discern things beyond the fathoming of even the angels, way beyond whatever a demon knows. But these vampires, some of them are fucking old as shit. All right, some of them shapeshift, some of them they do a whole bunch of shit. I like the push hypnotisms. Some of them are hypnotic experts. Most of their knowledge comes from experimenting and torturing on their victims. They're con artists. They're experts at using other people's finances. They use and abuse everything that is good and holy. Serious. Like, the one that just said serious. Not me, but the The one that just said Sirius is a cop in Kansas City. He's old. All right? Like, they're fucking everywhere, man. Like, run his voice through fucking voice recognition. Like, you will get a ping off some sort of auditory snippet that we're not technically supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we're technically supposed to have it because of the domestic wiretapping thing that happened a couple years ago. But we will never affirm or deny these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're fucking everywhere, all right? They pound. Do y'all know what pounding is? It's the liquefaction of fucking flesh by kinetic energy. Like, if somebody, like, hits you in the arm real hard and you see him lean in and just kind of, like, nibble, that's a fucking vampire, all right? They're fucking everywhere in this city. So, if you want proof, check that white dude from Run the Jewels. I'll play a sample for you real quick. Like, duh. The white dude from Run the Jewels, in one of his videos, you know, the one where he's like with the cops, like he actually bucks out and shows what he looks like, and it's fucking crazy. Like, it's not CGI. This is literally what they do, dude. Like, let me look this up real fast. I'm kind of doing all this on the fly. It's my system's slow as fuck. But like, they're fucking everywhere. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Let me find the white dude from Run the Jewels. You'll see him buck out in one of his videos. It's the videos where he's like chilling with the cops and shit, and he's in a lineup and stuff. Like, he actually bucks out in the video. It's like, I think around 127, but it shows like it shows his real face, and like, that's how bold they are. They'll actually show themselves on fucking camera and shit. Like, my dad was a high-ranking Army officer, and I myself served, but I don't know if I've been disavowed or not, but it's inconsequential. Like, there are fucking vampires fucking everywhere in this fucking city, and like, it pisses me off because they keep attacking me thinking I'm some schmuck. Come on. Right. They're real. They possess. Like, the one that just said all right is a fucking vampire. It's actually not me saying that shit. Why is there a big ass UFO on their page, bro? Anyways. Let me find the video. It's the one where they're like getting run down. Oh, here we go. Run the Jewels legend has it. Like, this dude bucks out at like a minute 27. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'll play the video for you and I'll find it. Serious. The computer system is being so goddamn slow right now.
Most name brand bars and body washes you rub on your skin are classified by the FDA as synthetic detergent.
Yay.
Not even real soap. Stop marinating your man meat in unholy ingredients that are harmful to your well-being, body, and sperm count. Start.
Like, I think it's around 127. Like, just watch this shit. Like, you actually see this fucker buck out, and they're gonna try to claim it's CGI. But if you watch the video and you do any type of video editing, you know it's not CGI. Like, it's legitimately this dude showing his real fucking face. He got like 3 teeth. Probably sold his soul because he was stupid back in the asylum days. That's my theory, anyways. But, like, Jesus fucking Christ. The one that said Jesus fucking Christ wasn't me, dude. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm under attack. I don't trip about it because I'm used to this shit. But, like, come on, dude. Video is taking forever to upload. But these fucking things are getting bold, bro. Like, they're getting hella fucking bold. Like, they're fucking everywhere, man. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, it was it. Legend has it, Run the Jewels. The dude showed his real fucking face at 127 in the fucking video, if you guys check it out. Like, that's a bona fide fucking vampire, bro. Like, they're fucking everywhere, man. Like, I'm sorry about all this hippie shit where I'm saying like and shit, but like, they sell drugs. Like, they predate on women and children and men that are whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're real. Humans don't possess each other. That's like the cornerstone. Most people don't even register if they're being possessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a certain amount of skill and aptitude to perceive it. Like, if you find yourself saying shit that you don't mean to say, or like you're a liar, like, it's hard to comprehend, like, you saying what you intend to say. Like, I'm being serious, bro. Like, they're fucking everywhere, man. Like, I don't know. Let's see here. I'm gonna run this back. It's gonna sound crazy, but if it's not too crazy, I'll post it. God love you guys. God bless you. Just be aware they're out there, bro.